off with that, or?
Yep, we got to start off with that.
Okay, cool.
About to get into a rant here, ladies and gentlemen.
Killer Mike came in and sweep, of course.
Sweet.
Atlanta is a sweep. Atlanta is a sweep.
And congratulations to him. You know, if we had the drink champs little horn first.
Yeah.
First of all, anybody who got on Twitter or Instagram or any social media platform and said that Travis Scott's Utopia should have won Best Rap Album and or Travis Scott had been robbed, you need to go jump off a bridge.
Yep.
Like tonight. Whoa, what are you listening to? Last week, as a matter of fact, because people are very people, us included, because we don't fucking know. People are very confused about exactly how the Recording Academy picks its winners. We have no idea. We don't know if there's like a select panel. We don't know if the artists vote. We don't know who's doing what, right? So we all really don't know how they decide who wins. But one thing I will say is this. Just because Travis Scott is a well-known name who's very visible and very in the mainstream, and he's on tour, and he's selling out shows and all of this stuff, does not mean that his album was better than somebody else's just because his name was the most out there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Utopia was highly anticipated by all of us. Right. Because it had been 5 years since Astroworld had come out. So everybody was anxiously trying to see how this album was out. Some people, like DNA, thought it was good. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, like myself, like Martin, like Cootie Buddy, thought it was cool. But it was missing something, or something was there that shouldn't have been there. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, we all agreed that the album is decent. But we all have different opinions on, whether it's good or just decent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. But one thing we will not do is say that just because Killer Mike didn't sell a bunch of records, just because his name is not as known by you, younger motherfuckers and you niggas who don't know no better. Just because he didn't have like a smash hit single or an amazing music video, that he didn't deserve to win Best Rap Album at the Grammy Awards. Because if you saying that, artists do better. Because if you saying that, that's basically you saying that Macklemore deserves to win the fucking Grammy's Best Rap Album because he had 2 number-1 singles. Ooh, hit him where it hurts, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing. Y'all want to compare it to when Kendrick lost to Macklemore? No, we gonna compare it to that not because Killer Mike won, but because y'all doing the same thing right now. Literally, Macklemore won that award because the motherfucker had 2 number-1 singles, a number-1 album. Thrift Shop was everywhere. You couldn't escape it. It was on the radio. It was on TV. It was at your local mall. It was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, let's put a pin in that and go back to this. Twitter was pissing me off, dog. Because it's like, what exactly... It's like who the Bucket said. He say, what are you hearing? My whole thing is, did you even listen? Because if that's not your speed of hip hop, you have no right to trash it if you don't listen to it. See, these niggas right here, my brothers, we trash music when we actually listen to it. You know what I'm saying? We don't just say, "Oh, this shit trash." We don't even listen to it. We just say it's trash. We didn't even hear it. We don't do that. We listen to it. Then we say it's trash. So if you haven't heard Killer Mike's album, you have no right to call it trash. It's zero. the Grammy Recording Academy made the correct decision when that album won, because Utopia was sub fucking par compared to what came before it. That's the biggest thing. I personally think if they would have gave Travis Scott that Grammy, that'd have been like, you know what, Travis? Hey, how you doing? See, we was gonna give you the Grammy for Astroworld, but because of politics, we just gave it to Cardi B because she had a bigger, technically a bigger year, and she was more invisible than you. So we gave it to her. If we give you this Grammy, your album really wasn't all that. But here you go. That would have been like, here you go, award. He wouldn't have earned it.
Yeah.
Because the album's subpar.
Yeah. I kind of want to shoot Travis some bail here. This was like his redemption album, and he was always going to be popular, but because of the legal lawsuits, the shit he went through in the time before this album, the album, the presentation of the album, and the audio listening experience of the album overshadows basically most of the albums that's in that category, at least. But the greater album won, and that they got it right this time. You could argue that Nas could have won, but outside of them two, yeah, like they could have gave Nas another one if you think about it. Like, if you just talking rap album, I'm just speaking for only that category. We're talking about rap album in that category. Yeah, either Killer Mike or Nas.
Yep.
Outside of that, yeah. And I love that Utopia album. That shit was that shit was 1 and 2. Like, it was Utopia and then Killer Mike to me. But if I'm being honest with myself and honest to